When I first started learning about money, I thought building wealth was reserved for people who earned massive salaries, inherited fortunes, or simply got lucky. Everywhere I looked, there seemed to be someone claiming they had discovered the secret formula to becoming rich overnight. Social media was full of luxury lifestyles, investment gurus, and promises of instant success. It was easy to believe that everyone else knew something I didn't. But over the years, after making mistakes, reading hundreds of books, studying successful investors, and managing my own finances, I realized something surprising. Many of the beliefs I had accepted as facts weren't true at all. In some cases, they were doing the exact opposite of helping me build wealth. They were slowing me down, making me hesitate, and distracting me from the habits that actually create financial freedom. Today, I want to share the biggest myths I discovered during my wealth-building journey and the lessons that completely changed the way I think about money. Building wealth isn't about finding one magical investment or discovering a secret strategy that nobody else knows. It's about understanding a handful of timeless principles and applying them consistently over many years. Unfortunately, our culture often teaches the opposite. We're encouraged to seek shortcuts, chase trends, and compare ourselves to people whose financial situations we don't fully understand. That can lead to poor decisions, unrealistic expectations, and frustration when results don't appear overnight. In this video, I'll walk you through the biggest money myths I believed, explain why they're so convincing, and reveal the truths that helped me become a more disciplined investor and a better steward of my finances. When I first became interested in personal finance, I assumed that building wealth was mostly about finding the perfect investment. I believed that somewhere out there was a stock, a cryptocurrency, or a business opportunity that would completely change my financial future. I spent far more time looking for extraordinary returns than I did building extraordinary habits. Looking back, that was probably the first and biggest myth I had to overcome. Wealth isn't usually created by one spectacular decision. It's built through hundreds, sometimes thousands, of ordinary decisions repeated consistently over many years. One of the first myths I discovered was that you need a high income to become wealthy. A larger income certainly creates more opportunities, but income alone doesn't determine financial success. History is full of professional athletes, celebrities, and lottery winners who earned millions, yet eventually faced financial difficulties. At the same time, countless ordinary workers have quietly accumulated substantial wealth through disciplined saving, consistent investing, and living below their means. Wealth isn't measured by how much you earn. It's measured by how much you keep, how wisely you invest it, and how long you allow it to compound. Another myth that held me back was believing that investing is only for experts. The financial world often seems intimidating, filled with technical language, complex charts, and constant market commentary. That complexity makes many people believe they aren't qualified to invest. The truth is that successful investing often rewards simplicity more than complexity. Regular contributions to diversified, low-cost investments held over decades have historically outperformed many complicated trading strategies. Knowledge certainly matters, but discipline matters even more. I also believed that I needed to wait until I had a lot of money before I could start investing. This myth delayed my progress more than almost any other. Compound growth doesn't care whether you begin with $50 or $5,000. What matters is starting early and remaining consistent. Time is one of the greatest assets an investor possesses. Every year spent waiting is a year that compound growth cannot recover. Another lesson came from the belief that debt is simply a normal part of life. While some forms of borrowing can be productive, high-interest consumer debt quietly transfers future income away from you. Every payment made toward unnecessary interest is money that cannot be invested or used to improve your financial position. The goal isn't necessarily to avoid all debt forever, but to understand the difference between debt that creates future value and debt that finances temporary consumption. One of the biggest surprises during my journey was realizing that wealth often looks boring. Social media frequently portrays wealth through expensive cars, designer clothing, luxury holidays, and extravagant lifestyles. In reality, Many financially successful people live surprisingly ordinary lives. They prioritize investing over impressing others. They understand that financial independence often comes from owning appreciating assets rather than accumulating depreciating possessions. Real wealth is frequently invisible because it's reflected in investment accounts, businesses, and assets rather than outward displays of consumption. I also learned that you don't need to beat the market to become financially successful. Early on, I believed that successful investors consistently found stocks that doubled or tripled every year. Over time, I realized that simply capturing the long-term growth of global markets through diversified investments can produce remarkable results when combined with patience and consistency. Trying to outperform everyone else often introduces unnecessary risk. Sometimes the smartest strategy is accepting market returns while minimizing costs and remaining invested through every cycle. Another myth I had to abandon was the belief that market crashes are something to fear at all costs. Initially, every market decline felt like a disaster. Headlines became frightening, and it seemed logical to move into cash until things improved. Eventually, I discovered that market downturns are a natural part of investing. For long-term investors who continue contributing regularly, declining prices often represent opportunities to purchase quality investments at lower valuations. While nobody enjoys seeing portfolios temporarily fall in value, history repeatedly shows that markets have recovered from recessions, financial crises, and global uncertainty. Perhaps one of the most important mindset shifts involved understanding that financial freedom is more about expenses than income. Increasing income is valuable, but if spending always rises alongside earnings, financial independence remains elusive. Avoiding lifestyle inflation allows more money to be directed toward investments, accelerating wealth creation without necessarily requiring dramatic salary increases. I also believed that I had to make perfect investment decisions. This created unnecessary pressure and sometimes prevented me from taking action altogether. Over time, I realized that investing is not about perfection. Every investor makes mistakes. Companies disappoint. Markets fluctuate. Predictions fail. Long-term success comes from making more good decisions than bad ones, and learning from inevitable setbacks instead of trying to avoid every mistake. Another powerful lesson was discovering that patience is an investment advantage. Modern society rewards speed. We expect instant deliveries, instant communication, and immediate results. Wealth, however, rarely follows that timeline. Compound growth is slow in the beginning and often feels insignificant for years before accelerating dramatically. Many people quit during the slow phase without realizing how close they may be to meaningful progress. Finally, I learned that wealth building is deeply personal. Comparing my financial journey with someone else's achievements only created frustration. Every investor starts from a different place, earns a different income, faces different responsibilities, and has different goals. The only meaningful comparison is whether you're making better financial decisions today than you were yesterday. Consistent improvement compounds just as powerfully as invested money. Looking back, I realized that the biggest obstacle wasn't a lack of opportunities. It was believing myths that distracted me from simple, proven principles. Once I shifted my focus toward living below my means, investing consistently, staying diversified, avoiding unnecessary debt, and thinking in decades rather than months, wealth building became far less mysterious. It wasn't easy, but it became understandable. And perhaps that's the greatest lesson of all. Financial success isn't reserved for a select few. It's often the result of ordinary people consistently applying extraordinary discipline over time. I would like to share with you some practical tips that have changed my approach to my personal finances. Start investing as soon as you can, even if the amount feels small. Time in the market is often more valuable than trying to perfectly time the market. Focus on increasing the gap between what you earn and what you spend. That surplus is the engine that funds your investments and builds future wealth. Diversify your investments instead of chasing the latest trend or hot tip. A balanced portfolio is often more resilient over the long term. Treat market downturns as opportunities to continue investing consistently rather than reasons to panic. Finally, commit to lifelong learning. Reading books, studying successful investors, and continually improving your financial knowledge can compound just as powerfully as your investments. Based on my personal research and journey to financial wisdom, long-term wealth creation is driven more by behavior than by market timing. Broad market ETFs remain among the most popular investment vehicles as investors seek diversified, low-cost exposure to global markets. Artificial intelligence continues to influence markets, with companies such as NVIDIA, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, Meta Platforms, Broadcom, and TSMC attracting significant investor attention. While these companies have generated impressive returns, financial experts continue warning against concentrating portfolios too heavily in a single theme or sector. The popularity of financial education has also grown substantially through platforms like YouTube, podcasts, and online communities, helping more people learn about investing, retirement planning, budgeting, and long-term wealth building. At the same time, regulators continue reminding investors to remain cautious of social media influencers, promising unrealistic returns or guaranteed profits. Perhaps the strongest trend in 2026 is the growing appreciation for disciplined investing over speculation. More investors are focusing on consistent contributions, diversification, and patience rather than trying to predict every market movement, a mindset that aligns closely with the lessons shared throughout this video. If there's one thing my wealth building journey has taught me, it's this. The biggest obstacles to financial success weren't the markets, the economy, or even my income. They were the beliefs I carried about money. Once I replaced myths with proven principles, everything became clearer. I stopped chasing shortcuts and started focusing on habits. I stopped trying to predict the future and started investing consistently. I stopped comparing myself to others and started measuring progress against my own goals. Building wealth isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos on investing, personal finance, ETFs, and building long-term wealth. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which money myth did you believe for the longest, and what changed your perspective? Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a wonderful day.